Hi guys, this is Bailey from Iceboxauto, just showing off one of our installations that we've completed today. This is a BMW 3 Series, and I believe it's got the CIC system originally. This is the 12.3 inch screen that we've installed today, so obviously we've probably got videos of the 10.25 version of it, but this is the 12.3, so it's a little bit larger, but it's not too large where it's in comparison to like the 14-inch one that we done. It's quite tall, but you can still see it over the dash. I'm not the tallest person, and I can sit quite well over it, so it shouldn't get in the way for any of you. Now, this system, at the moment, I've got it paired up for Android Auto from my phone. So the application for that is Z-Link. Let me just go across. There we go. So at the moment, it's not playing any music. If I just press play, I've got the steering wheel controls over here working. For your volume, I don't think there's a skip forward and backwards on this car though, for some reason. Well, not that I can see anyway. But yeah, you've got steering wheel controls work. Google Maps and stuff will also work. So you don't actually have to press anything. You can just say like, "Okay, Google, take me home." There we go. There you go. So that's my address there. You can see there's been a crash or something on the way. I'll probably play my address out, but yeah, crash there. So. Phone calls and stuff will obviously also work through it. So Android Auto is pretty much just your phone on the screen. Can't really go wrong with it. Works with Apple phones as well. So if you've got an iPhone that you pair up to it, it'll do Apple CarPlay instead of Android Auto, and vice versa. We'll go exit. This takes you back to like the Android operating system on the unit. So this operating system, I believe it's Android 15 off the top of my head, but I might be wrong. It might be 14. But yeah, on this you're able to do a bunch of stuff, to be honest. If I go to applications, in here you can see all the apps that are actually installed onto the screen by default, pretty much. So in here you'll have things like the Google Play Store and Google Maps, Google Chrome, and then that's just a Google browser. So it's listening for still listening because my phone's still connected to it, so it's hearing Google a lot and it's saying, oh yeah, he's trying to speak to us. But yeah, if you want to install more things onto the system, you just do it from the Google Play Store. So if you've got, say you prefer Waze over Google Maps or TomTom or Sigic or something like that, or if you want to get like an offline map on the unit, you just download it from here. Obviously this needs internet, so there's two ways of getting internet in it really. You can either use like a mobile hotspot from your phone. So if I swipe down from the top of the screen here, you can see it's paired up to my phone. By tap and hold internet, I can just turn the internet on, connect it up to any internet source, whether that's a mobile hotspot or if you get like a separate SIM card dongle or something along those lines. As long as it's internet in some form, it can pair up to it. The unit will also have a SIM card slot. Usually it's on the side or the back of the screen, and if you use that, you'll be able to obviously switch data on instead. Yeah, Google Maps needs the internet to work, but obviously the unit has GPS in it, so it'll figure out where you are, but it won't show you the actual map until it gets internet. ES Superfile, this is like a file manager, so similar to a computer, you can plug USB pens into this system, and if you do that, you'll have, at the moment, you've got internal storage. So I think this is the 8 and 128 gig version. Obviously, you don't exactly get 128, but I'm pretty certain it is. But yeah, obviously the OS uses about 7 gigabytes just on its own. But if you press up here, you've got internal storage, and then if you scroll down, you'll see if you plug a USB in, it won't show up internal, it'll say USB 1 or USB 2. Weather, it's just a weather app. It uses the internet to work. It's just there, it's handy. APK installer, this is if you have an APK file that you want to install onto the system. So APK files are just Android files, so you can download them off the internet if you want to put things that you can't get on the Play Store onto the system. For instance, we actually, if you install one of the cameras that we sell, it comes with an APK file in the SD card on the unit. You just go into the file manager and install that one, but some of them you are required to do it this way. Feedback, I'm not actually too sure what that is. Something about your camera data and possibly, I'm not 100% what that is, but you don't need to worry about that. Manual, this will just be how to use the system. Yeah, just a PDF basically. DAB-Z, don't think we've installed a DAB today, no, so you can get an external DAB module that you can install. You can either link it to an antenna which is usually stuck on the windscreen, or you can link it to the car's original antenna with an adapter, but we've not done that today. Easiest thing you can do, to be honest, is just use a DAB app from your phone on the screen. Let me just close all this stuff I've had open. Let's see, I've had much open. There we go. Close all that. And yeah, Z-Link, that's just your Android Auto or your CarPlay. GPS test, and then this here is just a map that the factory put on it, to be honest. I wouldn't recommend using it. And that's pretty much it, to be honest, other than, yeah, I mean, press car info, that takes you back. This is the original system on it, so this is your CIC system. You can tap and hold menu to swap back and forth between them, I believe. Yeah, so there you go. I'm holding little iDrive controller between the seats. You can fully operate it with that as well, you don't actually have to touch the screen. Modus, I think, just changes the colour on it, so I'd say red's probably better for this car, just because of the red trim. Dashboard, it's just the dashboard. You've got one behind your wheel, so you don't necessarily need to use that, but it's there. And then settings, there's tons of them, to be honest. You've got system settings, so this is all things to do with how the unit works. I mean, I could sit here all day and go through them. This will just choose what map actually shows up when you press navigation, audio, volume, language, all the languages on it. There you go. So if I scroll through this, you can see what languages it actually supports. There you go. Time. This is just the time on it. If you want 24-hour or if you want 12-hour, there you go. These are like your Android settings, so these are like, if you've got an Android phone, it looks familiar. It's just like your phone settings, basically. The unit works similar to that. So you have your network and internet, you have your connected devices, you have your storage, display, stuff like that. It's all pretty similar to an Android phone. What's it going to do then? Go back, factory settings. I think the password off the top of my head is 7890. No. I can't really remember what it is. Maybe it's 190726. Or what about just 8888? 3368. No. 912. I can't remember what it is. Put it in the description. And there's all the information on the unit. So yeah, it's the 8 and 128GB version. It's on, I think that's Android 14 off the top of my head. Yeah, so it's Android 14, Qualcomm's processor. And yeah, you've got reset and stuff in there as well. So that's pretty much it, to be honest. Not very much else I can show you. HD video, actually. That's just the video player on it. There you go. That turns the screen off. There's that one there. And that's it. Cheers, thank you. If you've got any questions or anything, give us a shout anyway. Cheers, bye bye.